Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Paul Farmer. Thursday afternoon. Good afternoon to you. Let's give this just a minute for everybody to hop on. We're going to go ahead and get started. I got something I think is going to be of value to you today. Just wait a minute for everybody to hop on. See that I'm live. Make sure I'm public here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So let me just ask you this. How many of you would like to be able to know like what to post on Facebook to get the most engagement, to get the most people to see what it is that you're doing, you know, to bring them into your influence, get them to know who you are, what you're about? And do you think that would help you? Let's make sure. Am I on my page, on my wall? Yeah, I'm on my wall. Okay, awesome. All right, so today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sharing with you what types of posts are the best posts to use when you're posting on Facebook. Okay, now there's like so many different posts out there that it was hard to narrow it down, because I'm going to name a ton. I'm going to name a ton of different style posts, and then at the end I'm going to narrow it down to 12 posts and rank them in numerical order. What gets the best engagement, what gets the worst engagement. Actually, the ones that get the worst engagement I'm just going to throw out, because we only want those, right? Those are no good. So welcome, everybody's joining. So what I did, now I don't have a whiteboard. So what I did is I wrote them down on a piece of white paper. So I'm just going to go through these, and I'm gonna save it till the end to tell you what are the best posts. So I'm just going to go through these, talk about the different styles of posts there are. And again, there's even more than I have listed here that I'm going to share with you here. But we're going to go through these one at a time. And then, like I said, I'm going to narrow them down. All right. So the reason I can share this with you and I feel like I can actually give you some value is I've been doing this. I've been getting pretty good engagement, like 100 plus up to 500 plus likes, engagement, you know, tons and tons of comments, shares on my post for, I think it's been about 6 months now. Okay, about 6 months. You can scroll down my wall and see for yourself. Now, the last about a month or so, I wasn't really doing a whole lot. Like I was still doing it, but it kind of fell off a little bit, so my engagement started going down. And before I really get into the importance of engagement, I just want to say this. Engagement by itself doesn't produce sales. So there'll be people out there that are getting massive amounts of engagement, but they're not making sales. They're not making money. And that's the difference, okay? So if you're getting massive engagement, but you're not making money, then you still are missing a piece. And that's for another live. My last live I talked about how you can get people to notice you on Facebook, how more people can see you. And that's on my wall somewhere. You can go watch that. But today we're carrying on, and we're going to talk about what to post, okay? So here we go. Here's one style of post, all right? So I wrote it down. Hope you can see that. Hope you can read that. Don't mind my terrible writing. I do a lot of typing. I'm not in school anymore, so I'm not really doing much writing. But okay, so shares, okay? So let me just put this to the side here. So shares. What I mean by share is you're taking someone else's post and you're bringing it over to your wall. So you're just literally clicking the share button and bringing it over to your wall. Okay, that right there, I'm just going to tell you straight out, gets terrible engagement. And I don't really recommend doing that. Maybe very, very, very sporadically, very, very rarely, okay? Here's one. Obviously, this is not going to be a good one, okay? But business. And I wrote spam, okay? Now, what I want to explain here, okay? One of the things I see a lot of people do, especially new people that don't know any better, is they post their product like literally all over their page. It's like a freaking catalog. And it's like the worst thing you could possibly do. Let me explain, okay? If you're new, you don't have a following, you don't have an audience, it's the worst thing you can do. It labels you as someone that doesn't know what they're doing, as an amateur. And what it also does is it tells people exactly what you're doing. So all they got to do is go over to Google and check it out. And you know, at Google, you're going to have good reviews and bad reviews, but there most definitely every single thing out there has a bad review. So instead of doing these style posts, buy my product, you know, put your product, oh, we got a bonus today. This is garbage, okay? These do not work. So we don't want to post these. If you're doing that, stop doing it now. Recommendations. Here's another type of post I see people do. Recommendations. Asking for a recommendation of something. This doesn't really do that well either. Maybe you want to learn something from the Facebook community. From my experience, what I've seen, it doesn't do that well, okay? Memories. Memories are, you know, when you go to your home screen and it shows, like, if you've been on Facebook for a while, you're going to have memories. So like a year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever. It's going to pop up what you posted in the past. And if you go and share these, I can tell you straight out right away, these are not going to get good engagement for you. Okay, I've tested it. Now I'm going to give you a little tip here. All right. If you want to post the memory, this is what you do. And this is pretty cool. This is going to get it back in the newsfeed. This is going to get people seeing it. And I don't believe too many people know this little trick, okay? And what you do is you just comment on that post. And when you comment on that post, you know, do a reaction, like it, comment on that post. It's going to push it back out in the newsfeed. So I have posts, like literally I've had posts that I put up a year, 2 years past, and it's the funniest thing. Like people will start commenting on it, liking it, thinking it's a new post, and it's like a 2-year-old post. So that's just a little tip with memories, but memories typically don't get very good engagement. Funny, comedic. This is kind of hit or miss. It can do well. I don't really see them doing too well though, not that often. So I'll leave that alone. Lost my paper there. Let me grab that. All right. Uploaded videos. All right. So an uploaded video is basically you take a video and you load it right onto Facebook. Doesn't do very well. Not the best engagement. All right, guys. I'm gonna start. I got a number to go through here. So we got motivation and text. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to number these. I'm going to tell you the rankings, what I've witnessed, what I've experienced does the best when it comes to engagement. Okay, so motivation and text only. So text only just means you write it. Okay, you just write like a quick little motivational quote, and that's all there is to it. All right, so we got motivation with the background. So motivation with the background is basically you got like a black background, you got a colored background, something in the background. It's not like a picture you uploaded onto Facebook. It's just a regular picture. Okay, so I'm gonna mix some of these up because I don't want them to be in order. Here we go. Facebook Lives. All right, Facebook Lives. Facebook Lives, obviously these are good to do. Pretty simple to do. Click the live button, go live, talk about a concept. Obviously I'm doing that right now. These get very good engagement, and they're definitely going to get people reaching out to you as well. Recognition. So recognition is like you're recognizing someone on your team, someone you're working with, so you're giving them praise. Okay, so congratulations to so-and-so for having $1,000 day or for losing 20 pounds or whatever. That's a recognition post. Value post, you're offering some type of value to your target market, to your audience. So for me, it's like a business specific post usually, that has some types of marketing tips or something like that. That would be value. Story post. Okay, story's usually longer in nature, and it usually takes people from like a pain. You're just telling your story. You're saying, this is where I was, this is where I am now, this is how I got there. And these can be very, very powerful. And I'll go over that in a minute. Motivation with a pic that you actually upload, a pic you upload into Facebook. And we got business curiosity, which is much, 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 much better. Much better. We said again, much better than just putting your product everywhere. Putting your product name everywhere. Much better. We got controversy. Controversy. So you got to be careful with these, but these can get very good engagement if you do them right. And we got results post, talking about your results you get. And results are kind of hit or miss. What I've found with results is people typically don't like to comment on a results post. And the reason is it's lack. It's lack thinking, okay? It's lack mindset. The reason is because they think by commenting, by engaging on a results post of someone else, that's going to drive traffic to that person, take away from what they're doing. And it's just the opposite. So, but it's funny though, you know, you put up a results post and it's literally, you get like terrible engagement. It doesn't even come close to some of these other ones. Industry specific posts. So industry specific post is a post where you're talking about something that affects the industry you're in, something that your target market's going to relate to. And then last but not least is lifestyle. Now, I can also add a number of other things in here, like politics, you know, political posts. And you can throw anything in there. There's probably way more posts than I came up with here. I think I came up with like 17. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put them in the order that I feel they do. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just go through these. Okay, so, and I might have to fumble through this a little bit. Okay, so the number one, actually the 1 through 3 types of posts, these are all pretty close. These are all pretty close when it comes to getting engagement. These are all very close to what people kind of respond to the most. But I kind of numbered them like this. Okay, so we got motivation, text only. Now, when I say text only, what I mean is just a few words. It keeps the text big. You throw a couple emojis in there. These go crazy. Okay, if you have a good motivational post, a good saying, these go crazy. Like people, I've had over 500 likes on these style posts. These go insane. Okay, motivational, that's number one. Again, 1 through 3 are kind of very close calls. They all get very good engagement. Okay, number 2, motivation with background. Motivation with background. So you've seen those. It has like the black background, purple black background, orange, yellow, whatever color. You put a motivational or inspirational saying on those. Those typically do very well. And I put 3, the industry specific post. Okay, so when you really hit these industry specific, where you really get to the heart, where people really relate, like your target market really relates to what you're saying, these go off. These get very good engagement as well. Okay, so that's industry specific. So these 3 are very solid. These are going to get you a lot of engagement as long as you're doing the things to get engagement, like you're engaging with other people, you're replying to comments, things like that. Okay, so a ways back I did a live where I talked about what to do to get engagement. It's somewhere on my wall. All right, so let's go to number 4. Let's see, that's 5. Let me see if I can put these in order here now. Just got to find 4. All right, number 4. Here we go. Number 4 is lifestyle. Okay, lifestyle posts can do pretty well. Lifestyle is pretty much like posting a food pic, going out with your family, going to an amusement park, going on vacation, anything that's going on in your life. That's a lifestyle post. And lifestyle posts, they do pretty well. They do pretty well. So that's number 4. Number 5, I made Facebook Lives number 5. So Facebook Live can be hit or miss. Depends on how well you do the Facebook Live. It depends how big of an audience you have. But Facebook Lives in general do very well. I mean, Facebook really pushes those out. So Facebook really wants people to see your Facebook Lives. They want you using that tool. So number 5 is Facebook Lives. I should have had you guys guess what these were. I got number 6 is recognition. So you're just giving recognition to someone else. These can do pretty well. People typically like to congratulate other people. It's kind of hit or miss though. It just depends. Again, these are all subjective. Okay, these are all based on my experience. So you can move these numbers around. I just want you to understand these 12 types of posts that I'm sharing with you right now, these do the best. These do the best. I haven't seen anything else that does it as well as these, okay? So number 7 is a value post. Value post is something specific to whatever it is you're marketing. So if it's weight loss, you're talking about something specific to weight loss. If it's online marketing, you're talking about something specific to online marketing, like how to generate more leads for free, give some tips, motivation. That's the value post. That's number 7. We got number 8, story post. These can do really well depending on the story, depending how vulnerable you get in the story, depending how much you connect with your audience. These can do really, really well. Story posts. Do these sparingly. You don't do these that often. Do these sparingly, but they could do very well. Number 9, I put this at number 9 because based on my experience, I just don't see when you upload a picture onto Facebook, it doing as well as these other posts. There are exceptions. I have seen some people do very well with the pic, but it just depends. I mean, maybe if you make your own, that would do better. But if you're uploading off of Google, like Facebook, I believe, kind of dings you for doing that. Don't quote me on that, but that's just what I've noticed. When I put up just a regular post with a picture, it doesn't get as much engagement as just a text or the background. It doesn't get as much engagement. We're on number 10. Number 10, business curiosity. Business curiosity, like a marketing post, getting people to want to know what it is you're doing. I've done very well with these, but these are definitely not as high up on the engagement scale as the motivation and the industry specific posts. And those are good to do like once a week, basically once or twice a week. You just kind of have to gauge your engagement and see where people are, if they're engaging with you. If you're not getting any engagement, you got to really work on getting that up before you start doing the business curiosity, because just in general, people don't typically like the business posts. They just don't. They don't. Everyone's selling something, so they want you to buy their product. They don't want to engage in your stuff. So unless you could solve a problem that they're having and you word it in a way that really attracts them, it's not going to do as well. Number 11, controversy. Controversy can really go crazy. You got to have a thick skin for this, because people let loose. Okay, they let loose. They don't hold back. I mean, I've seen some pretty bad stuff, but it causes a reaction. A reaction's a good thing, and you can get a lot of different people commenting on your posts and starting little messages in between, which is really awesome when that happens. That's really what you want, and it's just bringing attention. So, and number 12, out of what I've shared here, these are the top 12. Okay, is results. Now, results, I've had posts that have done very, very well with results, and then I've had posts that have done very, very poorly with results. And again, it all has to do with people and their lack of mindset. They think that by commenting on someone that's getting results, it's going to take away from what they're doing. I used to think that too. I don't do that now. Now I congratulate people for doing what they're doing. because it is an accomplishment. They deserve it. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's what I got. All this other stuff, throw it out the window. I mean, if you want to use it once in a while, cool, but these are not going to get great engagement. I'm just letting you know. So if you're someone that's out there going through and just sharing everything and you want to get better engagement, stop sharing stuff. It's not really going to help you get better engagement. But that's it. Okay, so these are the 12. Watch it back, write it down, whatever you want to do. It could be in any particular order, but these are the type of posts that get the most engagement. All right, guys. So I hope you got value from that. I hope that helped. I also want you to know before I go that I do have my own private VIP group, and I actually go deeper into this kind of material. I've been able to get engagement on Facebook for quite some time now. I've literally made thousands of dollars using these strategies right off of my Facebook wall. So I've become pretty good at it. And what I do in my VIP group is I provide additional training, recorded live training. Like, for example, just yesterday, we did live recruiting where you actually get to watch me go out and recruit and connect with people and get them to come and see what it is I do. Okay, so if you feel that would be a benefit to you and help you with what you're doing, then go ahead and send me a message, a private message, and I'll let you know just about how you can go ahead and get access to that group. Okay. Thank you again for stopping by, guys. I really appreciate you. I really do hope and trust you got value today. And with that, make it a great day. I'm going to go grab some lunch, and I'll see you on the next one.